Tyson, what did you see when you looked into Usyk's eye when he was staring at you in the ring?
I didn't see nothing apart from a ugly little man. And that's what I see. But good looks don't win world titles today. Because if it was about good looks, then I'd never have won anything, because I'm a fat as a pig, aren't I? Bald head, lanky, clumsy, whatever people have called me over the years, 99% of it's all true, isn't it? But it's not looks that win fights, it's the inside of a man that wins a fight. Rocky Marciano wasn't a big man, but he was world heavyweight champion. It's not about the size of the man, it's the fight, the size of the fight in the man. My dad had a good point recently. He said, Tyson is like Frankenstein's monster. He thrives on energy of the crowd and the people. A bit like the old gladiators from the Roman theatres and stuff, for the crowd. That's me, I come alive and I sap it all up like a sponge. And it makes me feel like I want to be alive. I love this, I'm living on the edge of my seat. It's the only thing that I can do that gives me happiness, sadness, scared, nerves. And I said to the boys in the changing room, I really, really love where I am. Like, this is my comfort zone. I'm like, what? Being 60,000 people screaming your name and you got to go fight one-on-one with somebody. I said, yes, that's where I thrive. That's my life. That's what I live for. But at 34, and my cousin Caesar said, you're only in your prime. I think he's right. I'm getting better with age, like a fine wine. But we'll see. One fight at a time. And that's all we can do. One fight at a time.
Tyson, this is Kieran Wright from the NY Press. My question is, you're talking about Usyk and you talk about Joe Joyce, etc. What's your opinion about Anthony Joshua, and also maybe fighting him?
Neither. Zero. Not happening. I want to fight real challengers and real men who want to fight. Usyk come here tonight to do a fight, ringside, stood there, got in my face, he wants to fight. Of all the years, we live in the same country. Has anyone ever seen AJ do that to me? Get in your face at a fight and say, let's get it on like Donkey Kong? No.
We wasted 6 weeks on that.
And even Big Joe thought he was going to join the party, wasn't he? Give up Big Joe. He joined, gate crashed that party. He went, I want a piece of this. I said, right, let's just have a Royal Rumble then.
Tyson, of all the insults we've heard you sling around over the years, I think rabbit is a new one. Why has Usyk got that one tonight?
I don't know, he just looks like a rabbit, doesn't he? He's got 2 eyes that are a bit far apart, facing opposite ways. But he's got a big gap in his teeth like a rabbit, so without disrespecting him, he is a ugly little chubby, isn't he? And he looks like a rabbit. So I think my dad nicknamed him the rabbit, and and I've nicknamed myself the farmer. And the farmer will skin the rabbit, put him in a rabbit pie and eat him up for breakfast. And that's what we're going to do with it.
And Tyson, what
in the past you've labelled a middleweight, but overall, where would you rank him in the current middleweight division right now?
But there is merit to this middleweight talk. When he was an amateur, I was super heavyweight when I was about 17, 18. He was boxing at 75 kilos. And that's when he lost to Sean Porter as an amateur, 75 kilos. So it ain't just me saying, oh, he's a small man, he's a middleweight. There is merit to the middleweight talk. So he has boxed at middleweight as an amateur. I've never boxed at anything but super heavyweight. So I can actually say that. So yeah, there is talk of it.
Where would you rank him in the division right now?
I think he's a toss-up between number 2 and number 3. Listen, you can never write off Deontay Wilder. So you can put 1, me, and then you can put the next 3 in a hat and pick them. Usyk, Joyce, Wilder. But I don't think there's anybody in the world that can take Deontay Wilder's power. No one. Usyk's a slick boxer, southpaw, and Joe Joyce is a juggernaut, and that's the fight I'd love to see. If I fight Usyk, then maybe Joe can fight Wilder. Who here wouldn't want to see that? We wouldn't want to see the world's toughest man take on the world's biggest puncher. That'd be fantastic.
Tyson, you spoke about how hard it was for you to walk away when you had time at home. Obviously, you're friends with Derek. Would you like to see him hang his gloves up now for the long career he's had, and how hard will that be for him to do?
I know where Derek's coming from right now, and I can't speak for any other man. I can't make decisions for anybody. Derek will have to make his own decisions, and he's been in this game long enough. He's a veteran, and he will make the right decisions, best for him and his family. But for me, I'd love to see him retire, but still stay in sport, because he's a legend of this game in British boxing. He's like a folk hero. People love him, and who wouldn't want to tune into Derek's fights? Always entertaining, always gives his all, and he's definitely a good fighting man, for sure.
Tyson,
Been around so long.
Tyson, do you think that if you do fight Usyk, it will be more undisputed in the area?
I'm not a boxing promoter, so I can't answer that question. But there is two promoters up here, maybe they can answer
Yeah,
that.
it's also big for the 4 belts. I mean, I know there's Hearn's telling everybody it won't, but that's not his decision. And the fact of the matter is, the rotation of these belts anyway is a fact. The next one for mandatory is the WBA. And WBA had no problem in allowing unification to take place when good at boxing. Who wouldn't do that? So that's where we are. And all the other talks, it's the same old thing, like you sell tickets, no one watches it, no one, thinks it. Most of the stuff he said is a bit like, when he picks people in fights, it's always, they're always crap picks. He always gets it wrong.
Anyone?
Frank, what fight are you looking forward to seeing most next year? Would it be Usyk Fury or Joyce Fury? Which do you think is going to be the most entertaining?
Which one would I like to see?
Yeah. Forget the money from having Tyson.
I don't think, obviously, both of them are huge fights, there's no doubt about that. What would I like to see? I think the one I would like to see from my satisfaction is to see Usyk fight, because I want to see Tyson get where he should be. Officially, I believe he is the best heavyweight in the world. He is, in my opinion. So he gets that. But I'd also love to see the Joe Joyce fight because of the styles. It would be something special. So getting both on. If Tyson wants to do that, we're getting both on. We get one.
Hopefully, in the first 6 months, we can get both.
Yeah. But that's up to Tyson. He's the guy who's getting in there, and he's got to be right. He's got to be comfortable with everything. Provided he's comfortable, then we get him on. And I've got
Get
to
me
say-
in there. I'm like a high-paid escort. Show me the money. Let's roll. Let's rock and roll. Innit, Bob? We're not in this game for nothing. We're here to get paid and get laid. Come on!
And Tyson, do you think Usyk is overrated?
Usyk, listen, man's a good fighter, and we'll see if he's overrated when he fights me. That's all I can say about him.
Right, Tyson, well done tonight. You were brilliant. It's a pleasure to be live watching you.
Thank you.
Derek Chisora was always there, wasn't he? Absolute warrior. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone say Usyk, Joshua, all these names, they're all different obstacles that you have to face.
Yeah.
All of us in here, all of us in the world have different obstacles to face all the time coming up to us. What's your advice for everyone listening around the world now to tackle those objects in front of us and obstacles to get by in life?
Life's a tough thing. You take it for granted, you can lose it quite quickly. For me, my life, I struggle with all the time. But I set short-term goals, and I don't mean massive goals, but short-term, like day-to-day things. And I just take one day at a time, and I'm very happy to be alive and well. And if there is anybody out there, which I know there's a lot of people suffering, and it ain't always going to be like that. Look at me, I was 400 odd pounds, 3 years out of the ring. Nobody in the world thought I didn't even believe I was going to come back. I thought I was going to end up in a padded room somewhere. But yeah, I changed my life around, and here I am. I got back to the top of the heavyweight division when everybody wrote me off. And it just shows you that nothing is out of reach and anything is possible as long as you have faith.